Over 3,600 elite caskets have been obtained, and I have 77 days to meet my 5,000 casket goal before the end of 2025. In the last video, I cut off Callisto and Doom as they started to feel like it was holding me back from reaching my goal faster. But let's see how much these grinds really help me out. For the Delve boss, if we actually add how much I sold each unique for, in total, I made 4.8 bill from uniques alone, and most of that money went into buying dragon implings. I also received 99 elite clues, which helped out quite a bit. For Callisto, I made roughly 3.62 bill in loot, and the money was not used for dragon implings. But more importantly, I received 1,674 elite clues from Callisto, which is really big. There was also one point near the end of both grinds where I had my alt account do the Delve boss while the main account was either at Sarachnis or Callisto, and I made almost 1.8 bill. I sold off the loot tab so I could buy more dragon implings, and I now have a total of 12,139 dragon implings, which cost about 4 bill, and it is time to finally open them. And with all these dragon implings, I'm definitely not pulling up a calculator right now, but I should receive about 242 elite clues, which I hope is the case. I'll be keeping track of that for sure, but otherwise, I will be opening these within the next few days, but for now, I'm gonna take a nap. Okay, I said fuck taking a nap. I don't want to take a nap. So, we are gonna loot the dragon implings. These 2 scroll boxes are from Sarachnis, so you can ignore them. Alright, let's do it. The pain, the money, hurts. With time ticking down, I try going hard to make up for the time that I lost. I only have one clip where I recorded that I was up late to prove it, which isn't much proof, but you can trust me, bro. But 2 days later, the dragon implings have finally been looted. Oh, I really miss looting impling jars and just being able to send clues and increase the casket stack really fast. It is so much more convenient. The casket stack is at 3,830 and I have 38 clues on the ground, so once those are solved, the stack will be 3,868, so I'm getting really close to 4K at least. But the real question is the loot tracker and if I'm on the rate. First of all, I got 1.64 bill in loot back, and I definitely didn't profit, in case you're wondering. Otherwise, with a 1 in 50 chance of receiving an elite clue from dragon implings, with the amount of implings that I had, I should have received 242.86 elites, so I was just shy of 1 clue, which is a relief honestly, because I was under rate for a good while at some point. What better way to make money and maximize profits than to sell everything on a market crash? Dragon bones, downtrend. Baby dragon bones, downtrend. Dragon dart tip, snapdragon seed, dragon arrow tips, downtrend. So let's do some quick math. I have 1,132 caskets left to reach 5,000, and if I'm max efficient, and I mean max efficient, it'll take me 482 hours to both obtain and solve the remaining 1,132 clues. Obviously, I won't be max efficient at all times, so maybe about 500 hours more realistically. It's definitely possible to reach my goal, but I might have to work overtime like what I did with Callisto, which is losing out on sleep. I really don't want to go down that route, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, since I'm practically locked to Shades, let me tell you, I ain't some degenerate, which is ironic to say, but Shades is boring. I think when I first did Shades before Doom came out, I was pretty motivated, but I've been doing Shades again for about a week now, and I just find myself getting tired. Like, I want to take a nap because it's that boring. Does this look fun to do for hundreds of hours? But with any grind in life, and oh yeah, I'm making it unnecessarily deep and personal, but any grind in life, there's gonna be boring and monotonous parts, and I want to train my mind a bit. I want to train my mind to be fine with this, and if anything, I want to be actually motivated to do Shades, so I want to work on that. I won't have much ways to prove it, other than if I actually reach my goal by a certain date, but It'll be a nice challenge to myself instead of taking the easy way out all the time. So for the past few days, I've been selling off the loot I got from dragon impling jars, and the only thing I have left is baby dragon bones, mainly because it's such a low volume item. So from all the loot that I sold, I got back 1.58 bill, and that money will be used to buy more dragon implings. The original 4 bill I spent on dragon implings is money I considered lost, but since I got money back from the loot, I might as well spend every single coin returned back into dragon implings, which will help out a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, I have something to announce. First of all, no ladies watch my content. Who am I kidding? Who would watch someone like me? Secondly, as of October 21st, I have obtained 4,000 elite caskets, so a new milestone has been reached. I originally reached 3,000 elite caskets on August 27th, so within almost 2 months, I obtained 1,000 caskets within that time, so that means it is possible to reach 5,000 within 2 months. So, dragon implings are pretty expensive right now, so I'm not gonna buy them right now. But in the meantime, I put in buy offers for shade related things. 130k shades can give me about 800 elite clues. I only put 800 elite clues worth because I am still doing Sarachnis, but otherwise, I am pretty much locked in. I might have to work overtime and sleep at stupid times like 5 AM, which is the time right now, which, by the way, I'm gonna go get some sleep. It is 3:30 AM and I've literally been doing shades non-stop for about 4 hours, but I have 20,000 shades left in my stack. Oh god, even the game is calling me out. The goal is to burn 4,000 shades, which equals 3 million fire-making XP, and I'm almost there as you can see on the top left. For the past 2.5 hours, I've been finding myself getting tired and even having a tiny headache here and there, but I kept pushing through. I had random bursts of energy in times where it just feels like, ugh. But I'm trying not to let those, feelings take control of me because it'll just work against me overall. Anyways, I'm gonna finish the rest of the shades needed to meet today's goal and then sleep. Alright guys, today is officially the worst day of my entire life. As of today, the official date for sailing has been announced, and I'm mad! Alright, bad voice acting aside, when sailing does come out, what that ultimately means is that I won't be able to use my max cape, and a max cape is very useful for solving clues. And while it's not the worst thing to lose, it is a bit of a time loss, so because of that, I'm gonna be giving myself the low hours of sleep treatment, and I'll see where I'm at from there. My new goal has been set. I've already been going hard on the grind, but with sailing now in the picture, I want to go into overdrive. I decided that the goal was to burn 4,000 shades every day when possible. To achieve it, I need to do 6 hours of efficient playing, which will take me roughly 29 days to burn all 129k shades that I have. Now, 6 hours every day is not realistic for some days, so I'll try to do 2,000 shades at minimum, which is 3 hours. 3 mil in fire-making XP meant that I burned 4,000 shades, and 1.5 mil in fire-making XP meant that I burned 2,000 shades. In 9 days, I went from 129k shades to under 100k, so my shade stack is no longer white, and I truly hope that I never see a white stack of shades ever again. The days are ticking down fast, but every session at Shades felt so long. Some days I would meet my goals, and some I wouldn't. I wanted to deal with sailing clue steps as little as possible, so I even resorted to opening dragon implings despite the fact that money is getting really low. But then... Today is November 17th, and we have reached the next big milestone. 4,500 elite caskets. Oh my god, dude. The fact we are getting so close is just exciting. This goal is actually gonna come to life, because this is the longest year ever. But regardless, 4,500 elite caskets. I still have dragon implings to loot, and that's gonna give me like 20-ish clues, which is not a lot, but every elite clue counts, especially before sailing comes out, which is in 2 days. With sailing being released soon, it was time I finally prepared for sailing. I went and got the 2 most important items needed for sailing, the crab helmet and the crab claw. Wow, look at that! Sailing prep complete. I continue with the clue grind, and in the end, I got 4,625 elite caskets stacked up, which was a lot of progress. Alright, sailing has officially been released to the game, and it did make me think. There's these new logs called rosewood pyre logs, which can be used at Shades, and you need 79 sailing to get to the island that it is at, so I imagine it'll be a day or two until some logs are in the game. But the point is that since rosewood logs are a higher tier than redwoods, I'm hoping that using the logs will give you a guaranteed key when burning Shades, because if so, that'll be huge as it would increase the elites I get per hour by a bit, so I'm really excited for that. In the meantime, however, I really don't want to break my rhythm with Shades, so I'm gonna keep doing Shades until there's a good reason for me to actually do sailing, and I want to be efficient and have other people figure out strats and whatever, so that's what I'll be doing. I know what you're gonna say, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that shit talking. Yes, I did 12 hours of Shades today. 12 hours. This is what I did on sailing release day. Actually, do post those shit-talking comments. It'll probably help with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Since I'm so close to the end of this grind, I'm kind of getting into that impatient stage. What I mean by that is that I'm both excited to get my goal done soon, so I want to go hard to finish it, but I also just want to finally be done with it at the same time. Either ways, it's 5 AM, so time to sleep. Alright, rosewood logs are finally coming into the game, and I bought myself 100 of them, so I'll be testing a full inventory's worth, which is 20, and I'm gonna hope it will give me a guaranteed key. Okay, oh my god, I'm so excited. Dude, this is so sad. This is the thing that excites me the most with sailing being released. Anyways, the moment of truth. Let's go and see. So, I'll do 100 of them, and if I don't get a key, then that means... what? I'm still getting coins? Man, that is so lame. That is actually really lame. It looks like I'm only just getting more fire making XP, which is 870. Yeah, nothing looks different, which is so disappointing. Okay, well, I'm just gonna sell these logs then. Dude, this game hates me. It's only day 2 of sailing, and tell me why I got 2 sailing steps out of the 10 clues I got from Arachnis today. Oh man, what a rough life I live. But because of that, the plan is to not do the steps still. I plan on juggling these steps because I still want to wait a while before I do sailing. I'm waiting for metas to be established and for updates to calm down for a bit. As usual, I'm trying to be as efficient as I can with my time, so that's why I'm waiting for now. So I ended up thinking more into the future and I decided on some things. First of all, the goal was to get my shade stack down to 8,601, and after that, the plan is to finish it off by opening dragon implings. I also came up with a brilliant idea of continuing to do 12-hour shade days on my days off. And I know what you're thinking.
Oh boy, Tuna makes it so easy to talk shit about him.
Yeah, I hear you haters. Get your oily ass Cheeto hands on their keyboards and type up those comments. Give me those paragraphs. You think I'm not gonna read them? Oh, I'll read them. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Another thing I'm having issues with is sleepiness because once again, Shades is boring. So what I'm gonna do specifically late at night where I should be sleeping for the night is that if I don't reach my goal by the end of the day and I'm too tired, I'm gonna purposely nap on the floor. The floor is not comfy to nap on. Trust me, I've tried it. So because of that, I should wake up within a shortish time span and have okay enough rest for me to get up and continue until I reach the goal for the day. That is my plan and it will not be fun, but it should get me to my goal faster at least, so I'll tolerate it until then. Hey, come on internet trolls, type faster, hurry up! So I tried my best to make it work and it did not go well. I would love to say that I'm a machine, but no. I did not meet my goals and I did succumb to sleepiness, but I did try my best every time I did do shades, which counts I guess. So I am now gonna officially start training sailing. Right now the goal is to get to 15 sailing so I can AFK it at work, and I'm gonna train both the main and alt account. But the first step is to complete the Pandemonium quest. Fuck, I'm such a dumbass, such an asshole. I forgot the most important thing with sailing, which is my sailing outfit. Man, I can't believe I forgot the booty shorts. Oh, I am ready for sailing now. To get in the spirit, I got my alt account some booty shorts too. Dude, what is wrong with me? It's 2 AM in the morning and here I am getting amused by booty shorts. and the pandemonium is complete on the main and alt account. So I plan on doing port task all the way to level 12, and after that, I'm gonna do the prying times quest. Port task consists of transferring cargo from one area to another, and thankfully, it was easy to do on 2 accounts at once. In 30 minutes, I got to 12 sailing, and then completed the prying times quest. After that, I upgraded my boats to have a salvaging hook, and I am now set to AFK. The plan is to salvage at work instead of Sarachnis, since I feel that'll be a much better use of my AFK time. Been doing a lot of AFKing, and I'm currently at level 36 sailing, but I'm gonna do a quick diversion so I can do the Temper Tantrum Barracuda trial. The goal is to get a barrel stand, and with that, I can build a keg, then put a Whirlpool Surprise in the keg, which will give me an invisible +2 level boost, which should improve my XP an hour when I salvage. I watched some videos on the trial so I get the general idea, and I plan on just winging it and see where that takes me. So I attempted the trial, and I wanted to do it legitimately without any ground tiles, and surprisingly, I succeeded on the second try and got the Stormy Key, which is a collection log. I also proceeded to try the Shark rank, but failed, and I didn't bother to continue after that. Alright, now I'm building a keg facility. God damn it. Okay, now I'm building it for real this time. Alright, now put this in here. I watch in disbelief, because I wasted 3 hours doing sailing. Alright, back to shades for real this time. So we got the alt account to 2250 total level. So 100 more levels to go, and with how AFK salvaging is, I'll definitely get this to 99. There's no reason not to, honestly. So on the main account, I have 42 sailing, so now I can get the schematic on Chinchompa Island, so that way I can build a salvaging station on my boat, which will help a lot for AFKing. I already got the key for it, so I'm gonna go to the island. Here at Chinchompa Island, gonna open this chest right here, and I should get the schematics along with the collection log. So I got the salvaging station schematic, and now I can upgrade my boat. And the salvaging station is built, so now I should be able to AFK a lot more. And the last thing for the time being is hiring Jobless Jim, so that way he can do shit for me and help me with AFKing. On the alt account, we're also gonna get the schematic so I can build a salvaging station on my boat, and I'll hire Jobless Jim. Oh shit, on my main account, I just got the Sailor's Amulet. Hell yeah. Really glad about that. So now I can teleport to the Pandemonium quickly. During my time of testing AFK sailing at home, the main thing that's annoying is getting back to the salvaging spot simply because I have to juggle clues. It's really not ideal for me to do at work. So, I tried to get to 66 sailing as that's the max level needed to complete all sailing elite clue steps, and long story short, I didn't commit with the plan in the end because it felt like a waste of time for my clue goal. But because I tried actively training sailing for a little, I did the Temper Tantrum course and attempted the Marlin rank, and in 3 tries, I met the time and got the Ralph's Fabric Roll collection log because I'm so talented and not because there's ground tiles flooding my screen. A little bit after that, I got the Sailor's Amulet on the alt account, and on the main account, I got the Boat Bottle collection log while salvaging. So I realized to complete the rest of the quest, I need 45 sailing, and since I'm 47 sailing, I'm gonna complete the last 2 quests because the quest cape is really useful for elite clues. By completing both of them, I'll also be able to complete the clue step where you have to kill the Shellbane Griffin, which will be 1 less clue to deal with. Current Affairs and Troubled Tortigans complete. So I can use the quest cape again, and I'm gonna do that 1 clue step where you kill the Griffin. I proceeded to kill the Shellbane Griffin just for the hell of it, which was definitely not a good use of my time. But I was also low-key trying to test out the best way to approach this boss when I do have the clue step that involves killing it, since de-gearing would eat up time. I never figured out a solution since I was mindlessly killing the boss, but if anything, I did get a collection log, which was the Griffin Feather, which is a very common item. 50 sailing acquired. With that, I can now upgrade my boat to a sloop, which is the best boat available. So I just upgraded my boat to a sloop, and I am now set for AFKing at work. And I'm curious on how much XP I can get, so I'll be keeping track of that. Alright, so I just finished 9 hours of AFK sailing, but before I get into that, for anyone who knows and is invested in the View Pole lore, he told me to eat a dick and that I have a lisp. Otherwise, I got 105k with 10k XP gained in an hour, so it was pretty shit, but every XP counts, I suppose. The alt account got 154k with 14.1k XP an hour. During my time of AFKing sailing today, I got the broken compass, and now that I've gained some levels, it's time to do some chores. So the first one is recruiting Captain Syed, so he is now a crewmate that'll help me for AFKing. I now unlock the teleport to Port Roberts, and I upgraded my boat. I have no clips of doing it, so that's a huge "trust me bro" moment. Just trust me bro. Otherwise, I'm gonna do the same thing on my alt account, which I'm also not gonna show, and then after that, I'm gonna get shades done. I have enough time. It's only 4.5 hours to be finished. The shade stack is at 10k and will finally hit 4 digits. I got 2 more hours to meet the goal, which is at 8,601 shade stack. And I am tired, but I'm gonna try pushing through so I can both get it done and go to sleep sooner, so let's continue. It is 4 a.m. and I am 300 away from the goal, but honestly, I just want to sleep. I literally took a 30-minute nap by accident at some point, and even though I'm awake enough, this is good enough for me. I don't want to spend another half hour burning the last 300. But I did put in the effort to do 4 hours tonight at least. I'll explain what I want to talk about in the morning. Time to sleep now. Good night, my homies. Alright, I'm awake. So, main things I wanted to talk about was, well, first of all, if I'm on rate for everything after all the keys and dragon implings are looted, I should have a casket stack of 4,991. So at that point, I'll just buy dragon implings for the rest of the clues. But man, this is so exciting. I'm finally able to see the end of this grind and I can't wait. So I've been done with Sarachnis for a bit, but I think it's time I show the log. So, 79,000 kills for Sarachnis. I got 26 pets, 36 jars, and 203 cudgels. As for the loot tracker, about 2 billion loot was recorded, but I clearly did not collect a good 95% of it since I AFK Sarachnis. Otherwise, the big thing is the elite clues. In total, I got 1,414 elite clues from Sarachnis and 710 hard clues. This number is small because there was a time period where I always had a full stack of hard clues in the bank, and I did that because I already greenlogged hard clues, so there was no reason for me to collect anymore. But at some point, I thought it would be interesting to keep track, so I ended up changing my mind. But yeah, that is the log for Sarachnis. I'm really glad Orania Boots came into the game because it helped out so much. Then for the high scores, I am rank 3, and assuming I did 55 kills per hour at Sarachnis at all times, I was at Sarachnis for at least 1,443 hours, so definitely a lot of time. So I'm gonna get to 66 sailing, and the fastest way is doing the Jubbly Jive course. So I was looking at videos last night, and it looks kinda complicated, but if anything, I'm gonna throw in tile markers. Sorry, man, what a garbage player I am. Oh man. Anyways, let's go start. Can you only do this with a skiff? Ugh, you're killing me. Okay, be right back. Oh, I already screwed up. I was supposed to go to the green. So this is a classic example of me not properly digesting info like I should've. I just wanted to get this sailing stuff done ASAP so I could continue my elite clue goal, and as a result, I didn't properly watch the videos on how to do the course at all. Anyways, after 4 attempts, I successfully completed the swordfish rank and got the fetid key collection log, and it was time to take on the shark rank. The shark attempts went a bit better. Besides the servers shitting themselves and making me lag, I completed the shark rank in 5 attempts and got the captured wind mote collection log. I attempted the marlin rank and didn't do it for long because for some reason, I started feeling like complete shit, so I ended up being in bed for literally the whole day. I had no idea why that happened, but because of that, I decided to just do AFK salvaging whenever I could, and I ended up getting 66 sailing that way. Another outfit. Alright, let's take a look. Oh my god. Take that cape off, put those shorts back on. Oh my god. Oh, look at me. I'm practically naked. Oh. Alright, so this is the new outfit I'm rocking. Damn. Told you everyone, I have 6-pack abs. This is a waste of my goddamn time. Alright, let's continue. Oh god, look at me. I'm so fucking sexy. So buff, dislocated arm. Perfect dream man. Who doesn't want this guy? Giant clam, get over here. Fuck, what do I put in it? Here, take this. Okay, fine. Take my money. Okay, there you go. Small pearl. First collection log in that section. What are these even for? So I decided that I wanted to get the Medallion of the Deep, and what this does is let you go underwater without any diving gear. There's an elite clue step that involves you going underwater in Port Gazard, and I figured this would be worth grinding out. Not only that, but it's 8 easy collection log slots to obtain. To get these fragments, you have to go to 8 different islands and do certain activities. Picklock the rusty chest, investigate the coral reef that's underwater. On the Onyx Crest Island, you have to kill or pickpocket a pirate, but while I was here, I decided to dig for this key, which is used to unlock a chest. Give the raccoon a piece of fruit, stealing the silver stall in Port Roberts, chop a teak tree in Shimmering Atoll, investigate the cauldron at Isle of Bones, and chart the crab monument in Rintumber Island. You also get the crab dance emote from charting the monument, which is an emote you have to perform on that island for an elite clue step, so I am glad that was taken care of. So, I just got this journal and I'm gonna read through all of it. Oh my god, I'm so educated, I'm so smart, it's like what I do with Quest. Whoa, hurry up! Alright, now I can combine this and we got ourselves the Medallion of the Deep, which I can use for the elite clue step. And the key I got earlier is used to collect the Gale Catcher schematic, which should be useful for the Jubbly Jive course. Got my first boat docked at Leatherith Island, and the last boat at Windtumber Island, so I want to test out how this teleport boat thing works since I'm not sure. Oh god, it isn't highlighted. What does this mean? Greater teleport focus? Oh god, now I need to look into that. So there's a few things to go over. Pretty much, to be able to teleport to my boat, I need the greater teleport focus on both of my boats, but my Dragon Law is only a raft, and rafts can't have a greater teleport focus. So, I need another boat which is unlocked at 78 sailing, and the Flying Flyer is the boat I want to use for AFKing. So I don't want to use that since constantly moving the boat between the salvage and clue step spot won't be efficient. So I'm just gonna actively grind the 78 sailing and get it over with. So I went back to the Jubbly Jive as that's currently my best method for trading sailing, and let me tell ya, the visual clutter was absolutely obnoxious. There is too much going on my screen and it was hard to figure out what to do a lot of the time. So I went and cleaned it up, which helped out a lot. In 9 attempts, I finally got an actual completion. I didn't meet the Marlin time, so I kept on going. But finally, on attempt number 12. Alright, I think we got it. Hurry, get to your freaking nest. Bird. Oh my god, hurry. You sack of shit. Off by 1 second. Well, okay. Oh no. The double whammy. 2 seconds. I don't know what it is with this course, but it gave me so much trouble. I kept making so many random mistakes, and sometimes the path wasn't intuitive, so I took the tiles from the wiki and used that, since I concluded that the ones that I was using was designed to where you can't make any mistakes, and in 27 attempts... Yes! Please tell me we did it. Please tell me. Hurry up, bird. Yes! Oh my god, finally did it. Finally reached the time. Got the collection log for this stupid thing. Alright, great. About time. So, now I do this minigame all the way until 72 and I'm out of this course. I really hope the Gwyneth course or whatever it's called is better. Alright, I'm a huge dumbass. I wasn't recording like I thought it was, so I was just talking to nothing for the past minute. So, I just got 72 sailing doing the Jubbly Jive the whole time, and I was maintaining 82 to 83 XP an hour, with the wiki saying you could get up to 88k, so I did pretty good. But now that I'm 72, it's time to do the Gwyneth Glide, which will be better XP. I can also obtain the Crystal Extractor from this course upon meeting the Shark time, which will be ideal to get. The Gwyneth course is the final Barracuda trial and is a lot more linear, which is a good thing. The main issue I was having was figuring out which direction to turn the camera after going through each portal, so I eventually just wrote the direction on a tile right before the portal. In 19 attempts, I met the time for the swordfish rank and got the serrated key collection log. I proceeded to do the shark rank, and in 47 minutes, I met the time and got the Heart of Ithel, which means I can now build a crystal extractor. I spent 64 mil on bottled storms, which is required to have to be able to build the greater teleport focus. I used the whirlpool surprise to give me a temporary +2 sailing boost to be able to build the greater teleport focus, so I can now teleport to 2 of my boats. Because of this, I changed my plan and decided to just AFK salvage to 78 sailing, so it is now time to finally start looting the shade chest. So I did some math because I was curious, but to both loot all the chests and solve my clues, that will take about 54 hours. So 54 hours and I'll reach my goal, and that's obviously assuming I'm playing efficiently. So hopefully I can get this done within the next week or 2, but I'm so close. Oh, I can't wait. With me looting shade chest, there's a decent amount of downtime during the run to the chest, so I took it as a perfect opportunity to do a slightly more active training method on my alt account. I ended up training runecrafting by doing ZMI while looting chests, with the main account being the priority, and it ended up working out pretty nice. I was getting about 45k runecrafting XP despite me not clicking that often, which was pretty decent since every bit of XP helps out. On December 3rd, I reached a new milestone of 4,700 caskets. I also looted all the black and purple keys the same day. The next day while AFK salvaging, I got the broken broken sextant. Then the next day, 4,800 caskets obtained. I reached 80 sailing and also got the salver's paint while AFK salvaging, which saves a lot of time since the drop rate for that is 1 in 24,000. A 4th boat was bought, so I now have 2 boats docked for the elite clue steps at all times. Since I'm 80 sailing, I can now salvage the Fremennik shipwreck, but first, I need the Eternal Brazier on my boat to be able to get to the Northern Ocean where the shipwreck is located. So, I got the schematic for the Eternal Brazier, which is a new collection log slot. My boat needed an upgrade, and I decided to rearrange some stuff, so I did that and got the Eternal Brazier created. I then docked a different boat south of Hosidius for the elite clue step, and doing that saves about 17 ticks. Man, why is there so many chores to do for sailing? On December 7th, I got 88 runecrafting on the alt, which means I am officially done with runecrafting on the account. Alright, here's some progress. 4,935 caskets. I finished solving the clues for the crimson chest, so now I only have brown and red keys to loot, which should give me about 42 clues. So I'll have to resort to dragon implings for the last few, but oh my god, I know I keep saying this, but I am just so excited. I've been doing this grind for about a whole year now, and it felt like I was yielding no results. But for me to finally reach the finish line, for me to finally complete this goal after waiting for so long is really satisfying, but I will be back after all the keys are looted. All of the keys have been looted, and I finished all the clues, and the casket stack is at 4,976. 24 clues to go, and I am done. And with the amount of dragon implings I have, it should give me almost 37 elite clues, so I can definitely get the last 24 with this, unless I get really screwed over. But we are set. We are almost done. It's so exciting. And I think it's time to go to sleep. It is 5:10 a.m. So yeah, I will officially finish this grind tomorrow or today, whatever. Oh god, I'm so excited. Yes. Can't wait. But yeah, good night. You thought I was sleeping? You guessed wrong. Yeah, I'm sure everyone saw that coming. Of course I'm going to stay up. But I am only going to stay up until I get the 24 clues that I need. Then I'll go to sleep and solve the clues in the morning. Otherwise, as far as quick statistics, so with all those shade keys that I had, in total, I had 42,479 keys, and that should have netted me 309 elite clues. In the end, I ended up getting 323 elites, so the elite clue luck did turn around, thankfully. It is time to show the loot tracker. So, I mentioned this a long time ago, but when I first started doing shades, for some reason, the loot tracker would sometimes double count the elite clues that I got. And I think it was because I was looting too fast, but I don't know. But with the scroll boxes, I don't think it double counted, but I didn't pay attention at that point. But if anything, besides the loot tracker, I'm gonna quickly go over other stats too, and I mean quickly. For the shade chest loot tracker, 15k black chest looted, 121 clues, 70k crimson chest looted, 636 clues, 32k brown chest looted, 287 clues, 31k red chest looted, 276 clues, 9,480 purple chest looted, 65 clues. In total, the loot tracker tracked 1,385 clues, but I personally counted 1,158 clues, which is most likely accurate. As for shade-related things, I burned roughly 201,725 shades and received 136,254 keys. Now, this whole time I've been doing shades, I've never been 100% certain on the drop rates for elite clues because the wiki says both the key and chest can give you an elite clue, which is confusing, but I assume the drop rate was 1 in 137.23, so that means I should have gotten 992 clues, but instead, I got 1,158, and that number sounds off, so if someone knows the drop rates, please correct me. As for how much money I spent on shade-related things, I spent 2.5 billion on Morton teleport scrolls, Urium shades, and Redwood pyrologs combined. Finally, for firemaking XP, I gained 151,293,753 XP from burning shades, and my final firemaking XP is 168.7 mil. As for prayer, my total XP is at 51 mil. So those are the statistics. A lot was gained and a lot was lost, is what it boiled down to. But the grind is not officially over. I still need to get the 24 clues needed, and it's almost 6 AM, so I'm gonna finally get the clues and go to sleep. Alright, we have 25 on the ground because I cannot count. Okay, I could, but I was just clicking too fast. But I guess the end casket stack will be 5,001 instead. But that's all for the Dragon Implings, so let's take a look at the Dragon Impling loot tracker. Here's the loot tracker. I don't know what's up with these numbers, but in reality, I looted 18,976 Dragon Implings, and the loot I received back was 2.10 bill, so I definitely lost a lot of money. For the elite clues, this is actually correct, but I received 374 elite clues from Dragon Implings, and to be on rate for 18,976, I should have received 379, so I was only 5 under rate, which isn't that bad, thankfully. But that is the Dragon Impling loot and the loot for all the elite clue type stuff for that matter. But otherwise, gonna get myself a good probably 4 hours of sleep, and we are finally gonna finish the goal, 5,000 elite clues. It's so tempting to finish it now, but no, I should probably get some sleep for real this time. On November 5th, 2024, I started off with 399 elite caskets, but on December 8th, 2025, I have reached my goal of 5,000 elite caskets, or 5,001, whatever. The grind is hopefully officially done. I say hopefully because there is potential for me to not greenlog elite clues even with this many caskets, but otherwise, the goal is finally done. I actually finished this a lot sooner than I thought I would, or quote unquote, a lot. I was expecting to be done with this grind within the 3rd or 4th week of December, but nope. We got it done within the 2nd week, and the week has just begun. It's a Monday. Oh my god, this is so exciting. It's finally done. But despite that being the case, we are not opening them just yet, unfortunately. I want this to be the biggest clue scroll opening video ever. So, if I'm gonna do that, I need some advertising, and this channel has been dead for months now, and it's slowly declining because of that, so I need to think about things. Otherwise, my goal right now is still sailing and getting that to 99 so I can use my max cape again and do master clues efficiently, because I will be receiving a lot of master clues from the 5,000 elite caskets. I'm just so excited. I've been envisioning this day for a long time. Like the actual opening, the whole planning, the potential growth for the channel, like I've been thinking about this for so many months, and I've been motivated the whole time. It's a different feeling, and sorry, I keep repeating myself, so I'll leave it at that. For now, I have a lot of work I still need to do. So the big goal has finally been achieved, but I have a lot of chores I need to do. The first big one is uploading videos because I purposely did not upload anything, all because I wanted to put my full attention on the clue grind, so I need to work on my video backlog. I still wanted my main account to make some gains, so I had my account continue to do AFK salvaging, which was perfect. I achieved a lot during that downtime. I obtained the smashed mirror, I upgraded the cargo hold to an ironwood for more AFKing, I hired Jolly Jim as a crewmate as he had a high deck handiness level, I made some upgrades to my boat to make it stronger and better, I obtained 87 sailing, which gave me access to the last tier of shipwrecks, which is merchant shipwrecks. From the merchant shipwrecks, I obtained the dragon cannonball, dragon nails, moldy doll, and dragon cannon barrel collection logs. So I just got Soup, the skilling pet. I got it from salvaging at 95 sailing with 9.1 sailing XP gained. So I'm really glad about that because that actually saves me a lot of time since I imagine the pet is rare to obtain overall. Yeah, good stuff. Look at this guy. He has a Santa hat. I can't see. There's too much shit on my screen. Oh, and now my screen is flashing red. Oh my god, it's the end of the world. So I'm at merchant shipwrecks and the drop rate for that is 1 in 160,000. So considering I got the pet at 19,600-ish, yeah, I got really lucky. But what's more lucky is that my pet gets to sit on this boat with all the stinky men until I get 99 sailing. What a great future for my pet. A few days later, I reached 99 sailing, so my account is now maxed out again. I'm really glad that Jagex added such a good AFK alternative for training sailing because it really helped out with me being able to put more focus into my clue goal. There are 3 items from salvaging that I haven't obtained yet, so I decided to pursue them so I can continue the AFK grind. I got the rusty locket at 162 salvages, I got the moldy block in roughly 2,560-ish salvages, dull knife obtained in 2,102 salvages, thus greenlocking the whole sea treasure section. And we're gonna ignore the fact that I'm a dumbass and forgot to move my screen so you can actually see the log more properly. So I am now gonna retire my sailing outfit. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. This is a tough time for me, but it's time to clean this act up. Get these booty shorts off and hide those 6-pack abs. You know what? The memories. Gonna drop this shit on the ground. Oh my god, this is so deep and symbolic. Okay, this is so stupid. I'm going to pest control. For my next low intensity grind, I took myself to pest control. A very long time ago, I tried leeching by just killing monsters near the Void Knight, and it worked out fine. But I'm curious to see if you can do this by literally not clicking on a single monster, so I brought golding potions and a Venator bow. You get points each successful game by having your activity bar literally not reach 0. The first attempt went well, but after that, I was not lucky afterwards, so I went to the southwestern portal and it was iffy. I tried seeing if golding potions actually helped out, and from what it looked like, it does help, but I decided to do something else because I was paying attention to the game way more than I should have. A few months ago on my alt account, I did a lot of AFK Slayer which went really well, so I decided to do the same for the main account, but with the goal being to grind for Brimstone Keys. The reason for this grind is because I need the Dusk Mystic set, which can only be acquired from Brimstone Chest, and you can only get Brimstone Keys from Konar Slayer. I searched the chest 304 times and have 0 pieces, so I'll be stacking a good amount of keys for a while. So I did Slayer for a little and got the uncharged trident from the normal Kraken. I decided to go back to pest control, and golding potions definitely made a bit of a difference. More monsters aggroed me, and the southwest spot seemed pretty decent of a spot, and after a few hours, I got enough points for all the things I needed. Void Knight Mace, Void Mage Helm, Void Melee Helm, and Void Knight Seal. So pest control is now green logged, which I definitely put off for way longer than I should have, but I'm just glad the leeching method worked as good as it did. At work, I decided to grind out moon key loop halves since I got about 31 tooth keys from Doom, and so far in 2 days I got 11 keys. I looted those 11 keys and wasn't giga spooned. On December 22nd, I decided it was time to tackle master clue chores. I went and unlocked the 2 music tracks I was missing, and unlocking those lets me use the music cape teleport, which is extremely useful for master clues. I docked my boats in locations that'll help me save time, like Brittle Island, Drumstick Isle, and Buccaneer's Haven. I went and bought a new boat and built a greater teleport focus on it. I docked it at Yinzidil Island, and I docked my last boat at Witch Haven, so I am now set for sailing related clue steps, and that will save a lot of time. So I want to open as much elite caskets as possible, which means I need to stack as many master clues as possible. So maybe stack 300 clues at max, if possible. I want to open a lot of caskets, so that way I'm not streaming this opening for like 8 billion days, and it'll be more interesting for people to watch bigger openings. But to stack that much, I need to test the ground item limit to see how much I can realistically drop. So for starters, I'm going to be dropping hundreds of low ticket items, so I bought a bunch of vials of water, so I'm going to be testing it out. There isn't much info out there, so this is why it's important that I test this out, so that way my master clues don't despawn. The only thing I heard was that there's a 512 ground item limit. So I dropped vials of water, and once I hit 128 vials of water on the ground, that number did not go up. So I tried dropping on other tiles to see if it made a difference, but you can see that 128 stack go down as I dropped more items on a different tile. So I went one tile west, but the stack went up, and I highly doubt it was because of me using an empty vial instead of the vial of water. I was able to have 2 stacks of 128, but then I went up and the pile below me started depleting. So I tried dropping on other tiles thinking it could be a tile column thing, but the stacks would deplete, so this really complicated things. It seems like 256 is the limit if items are right next to each other, but it's very specific since I was able to drop more here. So I know what you're thinking. Boy, we sure have reached the golden age of RuneScape content creation. We have this dude dropping items. Oh, this is so engaging. Thanks for the great content. So, okay, I'll try to wrap things up. It seems like 128 is the limit for tradable items, but since clue scrolls are untradeable, I needed to figure that out, so I bought a bunch of impling jars and tested it out myself. Now you've probably noticed that I have a clue juggling timer, so why do I need to test this out? With master clues, they all share the same item ID, so because of that, if you have multiple master clues in one specific pile, the timer on the plugin will reset for that pile even though there's multiple master clues on the same tile. So in this visual, I have 3 different master clue piles, so the plugin timer shows 3 different timers, 1 timer for each pile. For this specific pile, even though there's 24 master clues on the ground, when I pick up 1 master clue from the pile, the plugin will reset the time for this pile, even though I literally only picked up 1 clue. This is the problem with having multiple master clues in one tile. One solution would be to drop clues on different tiles, but you're gonna waste a lot of time doing this, especially in my case where I have to juggle hundreds of clues, so that would be a nightmare. But this is exactly why I'm testing out the ground item limit, so that way I don't potentially have clues despawn, and so I can make a strategy for when I do juggle each pile. There's also a timer near the ground clue itself, but I've heard of instances of people's clues despawning because of that timer being off, so I haven't trusted it since then. At one point, I had 257 clues on the ground, so I tried dropping tradable items to see if it'll make the untradable clues despawn, and it didn't affect my clues, it seems. In the end, I had 451 clues on the ground and none despawned. I stopped at 451 because I've been doing this for 2.5 hours and I had enough. I don't plan on having more than 300 clues on the ground at once, so this was a good test. So in the end, unless master clues specifically have some weird spaghetti code, I had confidence that I could stack hundreds of masters without them despawning, and this is why we test these things, because you never know what could happen. For an extra sense of security, I'll also be using the time tracking plugin so I know when to juggle each pile. This will help me be more at ease and keep track of each pile better because I'll be overstimulated during this opening since I will be streaming this. Otherwise, I am practically set up for opening caskets. Now, all that is left is to wait for the big day to open up caskets. While I wait for those days to come, I continued AFK grinds in the meantime. My alt account got 99 sailing and the total level for it is 2314. I also did more AFK Slayer on the main account and got the Dragon Harpoon from Worms. Ooh, we got a unique, finally from a superior. Of course, it's the one with the big fat juicy ass. Oh hell yeah, Eternal Gem, oh my god. Alright, I've killed 4. Oh yeah, the big juicy ass guy gives me the gem, but not only that, the superior creature log 420. That's the sex number. Alright, so the drop rate for the gem from mutated blood velts is so low. It's 1 in 896, and that's almost at the very bottom, so this is a very lucky drop. On January 2nd, I was down to my last 8 moon keys, and I can't believe what happened when I looted the chest. Yeah, nothing happened, I just wanted to troll. Otherwise, I don't plan on grinding for the moon helm anytime soon. I just wanted to use up the keys if anything. Tomorrow is finally the day. January 4th will be the day I finally open the elite caskets, and I think I am set up for the most part. So when I get master clues, I'll be dropping them within the respective areas, which should be organized enough. I also have other clue tiers that I'll be dropping on each tile, which will serve as another safety measure and will tell me when I need to juggle each pile specifically. I also rearranged the master clue layout so everything is now more organized and not as visually confusing. I got a separate bank tab for Sherlock and Fallow steps, which makes it easier to figure out what I'm looking for, and I bought enough supplies for Sherlock steps so I shouldn't have to grind for any while solving any master clues. Otherwise, this should hopefully be fine and I won't lose any master clues. And since I might forget, might as well show this now. For my elite clue log, I got 29 out of 59 items obtained, with only 191 caskets opened. I got the Ring of Third Age from a master clue a long time ago, and the rarest thing I do have is the light tuxedo jacket, which I got as early as 2023. The goal with this opening, besides it hopefully being epic, is the green log elite clue, so I'm hoping for the best. The tuxedo set is the rarest drops, and there are 10 pieces of them. They're about as rare as getting a gilded piece. The average rate to green log elites is 7,468 clues, so I likely won't green log elites. There's also the Ring of Nature and Lava Dragon Mask that are only obtainable from elite clues, and they're just as rare. Otherwise, any gilded and third age item is the goal to get as well. I made a very ambitious goal that looked like it could have taken multiple years to achieve, but look where I'm at now. I finished it in only 13 months. My mind kept distracting me. It really wanted to take the easy way out, and sometimes you are your worst enemy. But I challenged myself. I tried to find joy in the grinds that I did, even though a lot of them are so boring and even very obnoxious to do. You just need to challenge your existing beliefs. The point is, I always strive to be better. Your goals are worth chasing after. Don't let your thoughts be the reason that you don't achieve them. Many months ago, I said that I want to create the best clue scroll opening video ever. And the next video will be the big opening, so my ultimate goal is not finished just yet. I seriously can't wait for you guys to see it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the big 5001 Elite Clue opening video. And if you're interested in behind the scenes and rambling for the events that happened in this video, check out my second channel, Tuna. Link in the description and comments.